And welcome back to Sports Report, where, Matt, we're taking our final look here at football, and what better way than to start previewing some young men who will continue their football careers on Saturdays.
We saw them start on Friday nights on the gridiron. They'll be getting it done next year on Saturdays in college football. Great Bridge offensive lineman Garrett Watts, he's committed to the Air Force Academy. Garrett missed all of his senior season due to an injury, but was a key factor for the Wildcats as a junior. Sturdy offensive lineman who will be going out to Colorado Springs and the Air Force Academy.
Yeah, hopefully he can adjust to the altitude out there. Next up, committing to the green and gold of Norfolk State is the Salem wide receiver James Church.
A guy that was a primary target for Salem quarterback Bucky Hodges, who will head to Virginia Tech. Church, a very dependable possession receiver to help out the Spartans at wide receiver.
As we continue on, another future Spartan, Lake Taylor's wide receiver and DB Harry Freeman.
Played his first season with the Titans this year, and boy, did it end in a great way with a state championship ring that will be on his finger. And Freeman's a player that really came on this year with a breakout season, a lot of upside, and helps out the Spartans even more, giving them some depth at wide receiver.
And finally, the defensive back out of Bethel, Nick Clark, committing to the Coastal Carolina Chanticleers.
His third member in his family here to play college football, his brothers Steven and Terry, also went on to the next level. Nick, a hard-hitting safety, very instinctive, and a nose for the football. He has a chance to get on the field right away for Coastal Carolina next year. And Matt, as we put a cap on the football season, we transition into basketball, where Karen Barefoot and the Old Dominion Lady Monarchs, with a couple of local standouts on their team, off to a nice start. Recently, we had their game when number 10 Cal visited the Lady Monarchs at the Constant Center, and we caught up with Coach Barefoot for this report.
Well, definitely wanted to take this off season to really work hard. You know, give them a good plan to get in shape, get ahead of their studies, and you know they knew what to expect for a preseason. So credit to them because they went to work this summer and really worked on themselves. Came in fired up, ready to go, and as a result, we're doing pretty good. That we have depth. I mean, that they're playing hard. I mean, I always say we want to lead the nation in high fives and floor burns. And we are, you know. Yeah, they don't show up on stats, but, you know, we are. We're playing hard. And if you come to practice and, you know, you'll see, you know, that, you know, they're really competing hard. Our second team is just as good as our first team. And it does start with the defensive end. I mean, we really stress ball pressure, you know, deny pressure, you know, early help side, and we're a team that likes to press. So we like to make our offense get uncomfortable, and as a result, we've been getting a lot of good transition shots, and we're executing the half-court set pretty good. We had the top CAA recruiting class, you know, coming in this year. So for us, we're pretty, you know, tickled, you know, with some of the players, and they're local players too. You know, we got Gigi and Q here from Virginia, and we have a player this year that will sit out and play next year from Indian River. So, you know, we really believe that there's talent in this area, so and great coaches. So we continue to recruit locally. We also have a player from Portugal that's going to contribute big time this year, Michelle. She'll play second semester. And then we have a transfer from Miami, Stephanie Garner, who will play this year. Play actually coming up, you know, December. So we're very excited about the depth that we have, but more importantly, probably excited about the team and their chemistry, because they really have bought into we don't care who starts or we don't care who finishes. This is just one team, one passionate team out for a huge quest. We can't wait to just every game just get after it because we know what our big goal is. Jackie Cook is just doing some phenomenal things this year. She's a great leader on and off the court, and she's really carried this team. She's helped this team become tough. You know, and making them understand what our ultimate goal is. She's echoing it out there, being a coach, and then Mary Buchan's doing a great job, you know, at the top, just making sure she's a senior too. And she's doing a great job all the little stuff. And off the court, she's tutoring the kids. So she's been a great leader for us. But you just can't really key into one player. You know, it's a team that's tough. They love to get after it. They love each other. They play for each other. I mean, they're playing really good Lady Monarch basketball.
And our thanks to Coach Barefoot for that report. Matt, in her second year, the Lady Monarchs much improved.
Yeah, indeed. Definitely a much improved season for them as they're off to a fast start. And another player off to a great start here for Cape Henry, one of the top private schools in the state. It's Devin Hall, the future Virginia Cavalier guard, 16 points, 11 rebounds, 8 assists in leading Cape Henry to a win over Riverdale Baptist 57-54.
Yeah, Devin's brother Mark Hall plays football at UVA, but let's take a look here at the 5th annual VirginiaPreps.com Classic presented by Cox 11. Matt, a great slate of games here.
It'll be Saturday, January the 5th at Virginia Wesleyan College, starting off at 9 a.m. with Granby taking on Salem. Another local matchup at 10:30 a.m. with Great Bridge versus Tallwood. Then it's Phoebus versus Christ Church Private School at noon. 1:30 p.m. Kellum versus Battlefield. 3 o'clock, it's Lancetown out of Virginia Beach taking on Stonewall Jackson of Manassas. 4:30 p.m. a big private school showdown with Cape Henry versus the Miller School. At 6 o'clock, Maury versus T.C. Williams out of Alexandria, just 4 years removed from a state championship. They are 7:30, Kickingham, one of the top teams from the Peninsula District versus L.C. Bird. And 9 o'clock, it's the nightcap, Green Run taking on Petersburg.
Also, just make sure tickets, $10 general admission for adults, $5 for kids 18 and under. And you can save $2 by reserving your tickets via email. Email tickets@MatthewHatfield.com.
Get them now. They are going fast. And Matt, when we return on the Cox 11 Sports Report, we're joined by a couple of our pals from the Virginian Pilot. That's Larry Rabama and Jamie Frankenberry here on the Cox 11 Sports Report.